Yes,
Okay, and if
Venkatesh,
you want to
I'm
continue.
ready. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think you can continue. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Madhu. And the topic is Madhu Kumar, the language of leadership. The language of leadership, Madhu Kumar. Over to you, Madhu.
Speaking, listening, writing, drawing, and watching. Wow. We all have got at least one of these amazing and magical abilities. What do we really use them for? Whatsoever the purpose is, how do we use it? Do we use it in a very effective and in a very efficient way? Hello, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. The most important skill of all time is the people skill. Communication is the key skill among the set of this people skill, right? Our communication style reflects our personality. It speaks about our behavior. It speaks about our character. So a particular type of communication style is not same for every person. It varies from person to person. Also, the communication style needs to be changed according to the situation, according to the people whom we are communicating with. Ultimately, the goal is to achieve effective communication without any sort of resentment or bitterness. Coming to my communication style, I was always aware of my communication style, but I was not knowing what was it called, the label for it. Through this project, I got to know the label that is initiating. Initiating is my preferred way or primary way of communication. It's my communication style in most of the situation, right? Let me tell the reason for that. Because I take initiative in most of the situation to start a conversation. I stay energetic, enthusiastic while I'm speaking. Sometimes I can be impulsive. I do put out so many points without really giving second thoughts to them. And some of the points do not make any sense. I do like to work in a very collaborative way, but at the same time, I do not accept others' opinion very easily. But I do accept my mistakes. I do accept my mistakes without unnecessarily defending myself. Let me explain the same thing with an example. Back in my engineering college days, I used to participate in a lot of hackathons. Hackathon is some sort of competition where we need to give innovative solution to some set of problem statements. While I was with my team discussing about the problem statement solution, it was always me who was bringing the people, who was doing the research, who was putting out all the ideas at first. While others were explaining their ideas, instead of listening to them very carefully, I was thinking about new ideas and I was eagerly waiting for my time to come to put out those ideas. That was really bad. And also when I was very much confident about my idea, when I know my idea is very realistic, I used to take extra steps in convincing my teammates to work on my idea. When we started working on my idea, I was expecting my teammates to work in the way I like. And also I was expecting my teammates to uh, go beyond their limits and work with utmost dedication. So without me understanding their, personal other commitments. The positive side of that type of communication style that I had was I was able to ignite spark within our team. I was able to get the team work on my idea, which I believed was good. And I was able to encourage people to work hard, to go beyond their limits and push their, to come out of their comfort zone and push their boundaries. Finally, we won the competition. Everyone was happy. But the negative side of that communication style was some of the teammates, they felt their ideas were not heard. Their thoughts were not valued. And at sometimes, some of my teammates had really hard time managing other commitments and commitment towards this project or competition. Right? Although my primary or preferred communication style is initiating, I'm very happy that I have this ability to adapt and change my communication style according to the situation so that I can communicate effectively. For example, in my workplace, while we are in a conference room discussing about a particular project, I do take initiative to put out my ideas, but while others are explaining their ideas, I do listen to them with utmost interest and attention. And if I do not understand that, I do ask them questions. And I try, if I feel like their ideas are not realistic, their ideas are not practical, I do explain them with examples with a lot of calm. And when we start working on the project, I do not expect our team members to work in a way that I like, because I do know that teammates are of different age, they're having different experience, they're from different background, they have other personal and work commitments. And I'm very supportive that I take up their small portion of their workload and help them in some way. The positive side of this small change that I did in my communication style is that I was able to create positive work environment. People started liking me. People started thinking that, Madhu is someone who can understand others, who can help others. And many of my colleagues became my close friends. The negative side, which I had to bear, was I had to sometimes control my anger, ego, particularly sometimes when people, give some ideas which I feel like, completely non-realistic. I had to control that, be calm and explain why it won't work. Yeah. So in conclusion, my preferred way of communication is initiative type. I do know the negative sides of it. I want to work on them. But I'm really happy that I have this ability to adapt and change my communication style according to situation and impact positively on other lives. Yeah. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much. Back to Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah. Thank you, Madhu, for such an amazing topic. I can definitely correlate to some of the ideas that you expressed. And one of them is, listening to the people more than talking. Actually, that will give